Okay, I'm gonna have a real conversation about the police here in Canada, okay? This is an issue that has been bothering me for a long time. And I was in a class in the philosophy of love and sex in my college class, and we were talking about this idea of patriarchy. And I said to the professor, the police don't really give a shit about the poor people. You realize that. The police only are there to protect the rich people. And this kid in class said, no, I disagree that the police are not there they're there to protect everybody. But the issue is this. If the police were there to protect everybody, with the news media, it seems like more and more rich kids are getting off the hook. While if a poor minority did the same thing, they would crucify him. There was a kid, look him up, his name is Ethan Couch. He was drinking, driving, taking Vicodin, and he killed maybe 5 people because he was drinking and driving. His parents were very rich, multimillionaires. Not even multi-billionaires, not even multimillionaires. And the judge was able to argue this. This kid was so rich that he couldn't tell the difference between right and wrong because his parents never told him no. And this kid got off. He didn't go to prison. You're telling me that the law doesn't protect the rich people? Or the guy, for example, that Harvard swimmer who raped that girl and he only got 3 months of jail. Imagine if that was a poor kid who got caught raping a girl. Do you think he'd get 3 months in jail? And on top of that, this is to the police. You need to stop murdering citizens of our society. You've murdered mentally ill people. You've murdered black people. You want to come and get the respect of the people? Stop murdering our people. What you're doing is not doing your job. You are callously murdering people. You are the football player with the chip on her shoulder who got bullied, and now you want to go around bullying other people. You couldn't care less about mentally ill people. This is why nobody respects you. I was having a conversation with my friend and said, I want to be a cop. He said, don't you dare be a cop. They are the lowest of the fucking low. He said, go and aim for something better. And that's why I started to study engineering, because that's a respectable thing for a woman. Until you stop murdering the citizens of our community, until you stop murdering the mentally ill people, people will respect you. You are only there to protect the rich people, and you do not give a fuck about the poor people. You do not give a fuck about the poor people. You do not give a fuck about the poor people. The same way the Democrats don't give a fuck about the poor people. Because if they did, they wouldn't be telling them to go on welfare. What I'm saying, it's red pill because it's straight up talk. I don't bullshit. I don't talk shit. The police are only there to protect the rich people, and they don't give a fuck about anybody else. They couldn't give less of a fuck. And this is where Noam Chomsky comes in. Because you know what he said? The way we control people is through the media. Maybe there are people who feel this way, that the police are not killing innocent people, they are murdering innocent people. Until they stop murdering innocent people, people in our community will have respect for them. I myself am afraid to call the police if I have help. That is how distrustful people in the community are of the police. If something's wrong, there are people who don't want to call the police because they're so distrustful, because these pigs only care about the rich people. This is straight up talk. If you want people in the community to respect you, stop murdering mentally ill people. Stop murdering black people.